Sup heathens, I am Happy Viking and I love metal. Yeah! Heavy metal is awesome. You can't deny it, it's been proven by science. It's a fact. I mean, how can you go wrong with the loud squeal of blazing guitar solos, the thunderous charge of pounding drums, or the bass? And it's all used to tell stories of stuff like 7-foot-tall barbarians having fistfights with Satan. That's fucking righteous. And come on, what self-respecting human being doesn't enjoy himself a good gentlemanly rock out? Rock out! Rock out! Regardless, the purpose of this segment is to fill your life with different kinds of metal from all over the globe, little by little making you stronger, faster, and better at sex. Sound good? Of course it sounds good. So open wide, I got a spoonful of metal for you. Now any random assorted gaggle of fools can name off the big boys of heavy metal, Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, and Judas Priest. So we're not going to talk about those guys. You've heard Iron Man, you've heard Run to the Hills, and you've heard Breaking the Law. It doesn't broaden your mind to talk about stuff you've already heard of. So we're going to talk about something different. We're going to talk about Red Fang. Red Fang is a small band made up of 4 dudes from Portland, Oregon. They've been around for 5 years, they have 1 self-titled CD, and 1 music video. How good do they sound? This good. Just take it all in, man. The smell of parties, beer, dumpsters, and musky armpits. I mean, really, what is there to be said? You can never really go wrong with some good old-fashioned all-American throw your greasy, unwashed, pot-smelling hair all around your parents' garage fucking metal. Unless you're a nerd. Nerds! Nerd! Nerd! Nah, I kid. It's pretty much a fact that all metalheads are nerds in some way, shape, or form. Nergal of Behemoth, for example, is a history buff and is actually licensed to be a museum curator. 3 Inches of Blood sings songs about killing orcs and such stuff. Corpse Grinder of Cannibal Corpse, he plays World of Warcraft.
I'm on tour though, so I'm not killing the Lich King right now, what the fuck?
Nice.
And Red Fang is no different. As Captain McBeardface says in this interview, pretty much every day of the week they practice in the basement, go out and have fun at a local low-budget amusement park, eat at a delicious sandwich shop, and chill out at an old-school video arcade and play Tetris, Frogger, and pinball until they pass out from an overdose of awesomeness. That's fucking amazing. I mean, that's the way to go. I totally relate to these guys. Just 4 guys from the Pacific Northwest playing video games and having a good time? Hell yes! Happy Viking approves. It's awesome. Okay, I gush. Now, anyway, we're talking about their debut self-titled album, and it's pretty good. Prehistoric Dog and Sharks will be stuck in your head all day, with deep, meaningful, insightful lyrics like, with fang and claw to shred your face, they will erase the human race. Time to kiss your ass goodbye. Pure poetry. However, every other song I find on the album, while awesome and most definitely worth getting drunk and accidentally impregnating your girlfriend to, don't have quite the same lasting appeal. There's no spark. They're good, but forgettable. So sadly, you're probably thinking, what? All that distinguishes this band's debut album from that every other band is just a measly 2 songs, right? Wrong. Now remember when I said earlier that these guys are just a bunch of nerds, just like you and me? Well, nowhere is this more perfectly illustrated than in their music video for Prehistoric Dog, which is quite possibly the greatest thing ever put on film. So here we have the dogs themselves, lounging in their rust bucket Mirthmobile, shotgunning beers, possibly while thinking of what other manly things they could do to occupy their day, like muscle flexing or beard maintenance or stuff of that sort. Conveniently, there are some nearby LARPers who insist on nerding it up with their unmetal lameness, just waiting to be harshly ridiculed for their harmless nerd fun. Being a man of words, Gambling here decides to slay them with his devastating wit.
Hey! Gandalf, nice dress.
Ooh, ouch. Having suitably owned the poor noobs, they ride on home to rock out and drink surely fatal amounts of alcohol. But here's the best part. Using the power of acetylene welding and drunken ingenuity, they turn all of their hundreds upon hundreds of empties into weapons and chest pieces, then go back to the park and assault the LARPers in full individual sets of beer armor. Holy shit, that's freaking amazing! Not content to merely drink a couple $100 worth of Kokanee, Keystone, Tecate, Guinness, Boddingtons, and Pabst Blue Ribbon, they somehow managed to use the empty beer cans to kick ass. Check out the Warhammer made out of a Heineken mini keg. Sweet. I can only imagine the MacGyver-esque madness that would ensue if you let these guys loose in a brewery with some duct tape and power tools. They'd probably make a boat and fill it with beer. And you'd think that'd be it, but it's not. Red Fang celebrates their victory by further fermenting their own livers with beer, but then the nerds come back packing old school heat.
There's a flesh wound.
And Red Fang gets fucking destroyed by the LARPers. Speared, beheaded, ass fried with lightning bolts. You try and tell me that's not the perfect way to end a music video. With the gruesomely hilarious deaths of the entire band at the hands of some skinny little guys doing live-action roleplay. That's just classic. So that was Red Fang, and despite being one-hit wonders for the time being, I see good things for these guys. Sure, a good amount of the songs on their first album don't really have the staying power and memorability you really want from a song, especially when you know the band is having fun playing them. But hot damn, when they hit that sweet spot and leave an impression, boy howdy do they leave an impression. Prehistoric Dog and its music video are proof of that. They just have to make more like it. It's possible that I'm just talking out of my ass, being a critic and all, and that they're perfectly awesome because, you know, they've actually opened for some really good bands, chief among them being The Sword, who are sweet. But yes, they do have the skill, they got the vibe, they got the chops, but it's my opinion that they just have to spread it out a little further. Like a really metal piece of toast, you know? Don't just slap a blob of jam in the corner. Cover the whole thing in its rockin' goodness, you know? And I'm assured that Red Fang in the coming years will do just that and create the ultimate sweaty, hairy, beer-drinky album. I'm Happy Viking, and you've just been given your recommended dose of heavy metal. Rock on and drink responsibly. The ultimate sweaty, hairy, beer-drinky album. I'm Red Fang, and... No, I'm not Red Fang, damn it. I'm Happy Viking, and you've just been given your recommended dose of metal. Damn it.